morning show. We're on there at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls about the Jazz.
Well, hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join my good self, Ox, you're on the panel this evening as the one and only Bridgeman and fighting fit, our Fox. How we doing, gentlemen?
Evening, lads.
Can I say a big good evening to you and Oxshire, Fox and Oxshire? Huge good evening to the boys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
How we doing? Obviously, today we'll be mere twists and turns, and once again the pantomime that is Scottish football. I don't think anybody was surprised at the backflip that Dundee done the day. I think that was obvious since 5 o'clock Friday evening, Bridgeman.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just quite unbelievable. And it's actually quite worrying that they're now parading this as the solution, the big solution to everything. Or it appears that way anyway. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. I believe sincerely the Rangers have got themselves in a bit of trouble here. I really do.
I don't at all, Bridge.
I think they've got themselves in a wee bit of trouble.
We'll be joined by Brett. We'll also be joined by Fox. How we doing, Fox? Pantomime, twists and turns, lies, intrigue. It's like one of the books you lead.
Aye, I don't think there was anything expected out of the outcome of the vote once it had been fiddled, as they could say. I mean, 41 clubs voted on one proposition and Dundee voted on another and carried it. Well, that's the truth. That's
right,
what happened.
You're right.
Anyway, and then they brought in reconstruction. But Rangers and the board's number one target is to rid themselves of the corruption in the SPFL. That should remain their target. It was their target for the start. And I think we should sit back and hopefully the board can push to get rid of them, mate.
All right. You've always concerns, Bridge. I don't see where your concerns. Your club, I think, played with a straight bat. Even today, they called out, they wanted to know about the impartiality of a guy who's been in place since 2017. It's in the public domain and he's never denied it.
Yeah, I'm not saying that the Rangers they're not doing anything wrong. And maybe neither some Rangers fans, they maybe not going far enough or hard enough. But the truth is they're doing what they can do. But they're playing with a handicap of some description. Based on what I see, they've got a wee bit of handicap, and they might not ever get over that without a big push. They really need to have a big push and have really good backing. And based on what we've seen and heard, I don't think they're going to get much backing in our league.
Mm-hmm. Well, you might know, but sometimes if something's right and and it's worth fighting for, Fox, you've got to put your chin in there and go swinging.
Aye, correct, mate. Can I just say, people are asking in the lobby about sound. Sometimes it doesn't pick up if you've been in before the show starts. So just refresh and it should go okay.
Refresh.
Aye. Sorry, but back to the question. Sorry, what was the question there?
Sometimes morals and principles and integrity are worth fighting for.
Integrity went out the door, mate, in 2012 for me.
Oh, right.
And it would never return. I will never return to Scottish football as long as the cabal running it at the present time are in position. As I say, come on the Rangers board, go for them. Never mind. I know what I would hope would happen, mate. I hope that when it gets to reconstruction, that the SPFL knock it back and Hearts go down. That's what I hope happens now.
I see where you're coming from. Bridgeman, I think the lies and if you try to take the blue tinted glasses off, which is quite difficult for us, I know, but the lies on professionalism, the cohesion, it's just a mess. And who would say that was passed in these circumstances? What unprofessional organisation would say that that's the right way to go? No, You could have a revote, do it properly. There's information, you will go to it, and you might end up with the same result. That's a different thing. It might be cleaner, but to do that, it's just, to me, it stinks of unprofessionalism.
Yeah, as I want about it all, to be truthful. Certainly it's something that I wouldn't like our club to be too involved with in doing some of these things. And a bit of skullduggery now and again, I'm sure we've done that in the past, but nothing like this. And this is life-changing for this league. And maybe we're the only club that sees it in our light, maybe one or two. But for goodness sake, how can all these clubs see it the way it is now and no think anywhere near what we're thinking? There's got to be something no right, It's just something no right. And I can't put my finger on it. I just can't. I don't understand what all these clubs are expecting. So what did they do? They put the club that should have been relegated, if they're going to go the proper way. The club that should have been relegated, they've been saved, so they're saying. And what they'll do is they'll put him in charge of the reconstruction. How?
Yeah, it stinks. Obviously, people are going to have strong views about it all, and I don't think it's ending. I do think there'll be a legal challenge, mate. I think you've got Falkirk with the Raith Rovers situation, obviously Partick Thistle as well. I don't think it's done yet, and obviously we'll have to wait and see what comes out the whole shambles that's became Scottish football at this time of crisis in the community. We couldn't even do things properly. So we'll open up the phone lines to callers. What's the number, Bridge?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. We brought in a call by Old School Blue or Fox to join the panel, and we might be a wee bit busy tonight, so if you don't get through, tough. So we'll see what it takes us, and people have different takes on it. People will be angry, some people will be laughing. I find it laughable and disgusting in the same breath. I'm not angry, it's not been a surprise. We've been joined by Port Bear. Evening, Port Bear.
Evening, mate. How are you all doing? Bridgeman, Fox, and
okay,
Fox
pal.
here. Good,
How are
good,
you,
good to
how
hear
are you,
these
mate?
guys.
Everything right?
Aye, everything's all right down the road, aye,
Everything's
yep.
in order?
Everything's in working order, aye. Everything seems to be starting to fall into place. Still major problems with keeping people in their houses, but getting on top of it, we're getting on top of it, mate.
Man,
Why?
okay.
Everything's happening down here, slowly but surely.
All right, and what are today's developments?
The developments, mate, I'll always show a lot of praise, because most times we come on and sometimes we're only going on our own opinions and, what we think. And we have read some snippets, we did a wee bit of research. But most of what we said, guys, through the week, just came through. And that bit like yourself, I'm laughing inside. I'm angry, but, it's a Muppet show. It's not even, that's all I can say. As it reminds me of the Muppet Show. The wee old men, I can't remember their names, Waldorf, whatever. They just remind me of the Muppet Show. And I see this head case, Murdoch McLaren is refuting a claim that he hates Ibrox. But there's a quote in it where he says he basically hates Rangers. And a quote goes on further to say he can't stand the B word. And Douglas Park's now taking this on and he wants him to explain himself. But the way it's looking, Doncaster's sticking up for McLaren by saying he doesn't need to explain himself. He done it for a magazine. But he still quoted the saying it, mate. And the quote's as clear as day. He's basically admitted that he cannot stand the Rangers and he hates the Bees. So he should be made to answer that, mate. I mean, that's just another thing that's getting added to it. It's getting worse and worse and worse, in my opinion. And I'm going to, say the same thing as I said the other night. Doncaster out, mate. They have to go. They have to go, or our game won't survive.
They're talking about this reconstruction, and that's been a caveat to try and, I'll use the word bribe teams or or quieting them. But we've looked at it, and there's no an obvious solution to it, Fox. When you look at it, there's nothing really works for the good of the game. And I've got my own views on the split. You've got a different view on the split. But not one of us can come up with a valid, workable solution that's fair and workable.
That's correct, mate, but I still don't think reconstruction's the answer. I think that'll fail miserably, mate. I think you'll see a drop in crowds. I don't think you'll see an addition of crowds after this is all over. Reconstruction is an alternative they're looking at taking, and I think it's the wrong alternative. We can slag all we want the way it works at the moment. At least it's competitive. But I don't think a 4-team league will work the same.
Falkirk put a statement out in the last 20 minutes, and so have Stranraer. Falkirk are basically saying that as long as there's reconstruction, they're happy to go along. I've not quite managed to read Stranraer's. I'm trying to read that as we speak. But anyway, we've also been joined by JFK. Evening, JFK.
Evening, Oxshire, Port Bear, Bridgeman, and my good friend Fox. How's all doing?
All right, mate. Your good self.
I'm good, guys. Very good.
Family?
Family's great, mate. Thank you. It's looking rosy as every day goes on, so I'm happy about that. Today's events, mate. I don't like yourself. I'm
just cut across you. Somebody's phoning an old call. Can you please hang up and phone Rangers Radio? No, an old call. Sorry, JFK, on you go, mate.
Sorry, mate. No surprised.
Nobody was, were they?
No, I think that's no. I don't think it's anger that's wavy. I think it's just where next. This reconstruction thing just is pie in the sky. Well, I read the Dundee statement. Dundee released a statement. I'll not read it all, obviously. Just this wee bit of it this morning regarding before the vote went, and they said that their intention was to vote no. And it was the electronic vote hadn't been recorded properly, and then lo and behold, what they did. So I'm just hoping what I'm reading elsewhere that Partick Thistle and Falkirk are going to take this to task. This is no over by any manner of means, mate. And the other things happening behind the scenes that Mr. Park has got to sort out with the puddle drinkers and his cohorts at the SPFL. I think that's got a big journey to go as well, mate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't think this thing's finished, and I think that's a travesty, the whole thing, mate. We've got ourselves in a situation where what a mess Scottish football is, and people are laughing at it. And I wonder what Sky think. I wonder what the executives of Sky thinking. All right, no, they say in the trade there's no such a thing as bad publicity, but God's sake, at this time there is. And then we get teams trying to celebrate drinking bottles of Corona because they're celebrating the coronavirus. What kind of scumbags are we dealing with? Yeah. We'll be joined by Gary from Hamilton. Evening, Gary.
Evening, guys. How's getting on?
All right, Gary.
He's all surviving?
Yeah, mate. How's the family, mate? Everything okay?
Aye, all good, buddy.
Brilliant, mate. What's on your mind?
Obviously just the day. With Dundee going down this route of yes now. It's just... I'm absolutely... I don't know what to say about it all. The times came for us now to finally just say we're not going to go to away games, and
I don't think you'll be alone in. I don't think you'll be alone in that view, mate. I've flipped on that. I'm now in the Bridge camp. I find it very difficult to tell people that, but I think people are starting to change their tune, mate. But I would think that the people you need to ask is the people who go to all the away games religiously.
Well, I had an idea, and I don't know if this is... I don't know if maybe policing would probably stop this, but see, could we say to our away fans that go to these games that spend the money, and if we can open up Ibrox and beam the games back there, and then we can fill Ibrox, the money goes back.
You wouldn't be allowed to beam it back, mate. The league wouldn't allow that.
No Rangers TV, no?
No, you couldn't do that, mate. The league wouldn't allow it.
It's a UEFA rule, Gary.
Is that right?
Near live football, whether it be TV or streamed to any stadium, unless in exceptional circumstances is allowed under article whatever it is, mate. So it's a cracking idea. I'd rather go and sit in a windy Ibrox and watch a game than
Give them the money.
give them the money, mate. It's a fantastic idea, but unfortunately it doesn't fill the coffers of the greedy, so it'll not happen, pal.
People would have to just decide not to go. So, listen, I don't know. Do you go to many away games, Gary?
As and when. It's just
As and when, maybe half a dozen a season.
Aye.
Aye. I mean, so you're an away supporter. Be great to hear from other away fans to see what their views are. People know the guys that go religiously JFK.
Yeah, well, me and you used to be religiously there every week, mate. Hail, rain or snow, but unfortunately, when you get fat like you, when we get older like you and me, this doesn't happen now. But I did take my hat off to the boys that still go at the lassies. I really enjoyed my away trips all the years, and I wish I could do it again. But I just think it's time that, I've said this elsewhere today, that it's time that we boycotted this, and I know it's going to be hard, but for guys that want to go and see the Blue Nose Brigade and that, but what can we do? But we need to take some sort of action. Lip service is no good any longer, guys. We need to take some action. So.
Maybe even picking and choosing, maybe the certain games, because obviously I think we've gone into next year with the looks at having to stop another league title, then I think obviously the team are going to need us at like Parkhead and stuff like that. But I think there should be certain grounds now that we should just go, we're not going to be giving you the money for it.
I mean, the other thing with that is, once again, Sky TV will not be happy, because they'll be saying, well, if you're going to be showing Rangers for St Johnstone, then there's no Rangers support there. Bridgeman, it's not going to be good for the TV experience, is it?
No, it's look, you've heard me saying this a long time, and what Jimmy just said there, I agree with that. We've got to somehow, as a club, we've got to come together within the club. We'd probably never stop all the Rangers fans going to away games, but maybe we should stop dealing with them on a business perspective. I don't mean the fans, I mean the other clubs, and just say we're not taking any tickets, and just let them. If the Rangers fans really want to go, they'll get tickets to go, and they'll buy it direct. Because it's only one way the fans can do it. They probably won't do it that way, but the club, I don't know what the club's going to do, and it's very important. This next couple of weeks are going to be quite important that the fans hear what the club's going to do, so we can follow the club.
Yet. I don't think.
No, I'm saying that we don't know what they're going to do and what the detail is going to be. Whether we're just sitting there waiting, you heard me saying just earlier there. I think they've got their decision, they've got what they wanted, and they're going to, shall we say, end the league, and that's all there is to it. End the leagues, and I think the same what they've done today in calling the leagues. That's what they'll do probably. They'll put it to UEFA and say, this is what we're planning to do. We've just done it with some of our leagues, and we're going to do it with our top league. Is that okay? And they'll they'll expect to get it rubber stamped. And that's going to be the 22nd of April, is it, their meeting? UEFA?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think,
potentially. Yeah, next week sometime.
Yeah.
Fox, Stranraer, obviously they're one of the clubs that's been going to be penalised with this going forward. They've come out with a statement a wee bit different from Falkirk's. Falkirk have obviously bought into what's happening. I don't see how this is going to work, but then that's my view. What a mess we're in, Gary.
I just don't know where, if they're going to expand the league, I just think it's going to totally dilute what you're watching. I think it's just going to. I don't really enjoy watching half the away teams as it is against us, so I don't really want to be seeing more games like that. If you know what I mean, I enjoy the 4 Old Firm games, because at least then you're actually getting a proper game of football. But I don't know. I think we're going backwards rather than forwards. I
would disagree with that. I mean, I don't see how conversation on. We'll be joined by a caller. I'll come back to you. Evening, caller.
Hi guys, how you doing? All right?
All right, is that Stu?
It is, aye, Stu, aye.
Right, Stu, how you doing?
Aye, no bad, boys, no bad. Listen, I'm listening to what Gary said.
I have you doing. It's my favourite tea.
Aye, that sounds good. I heard that boy talk about Falcon Crest the other night, and I've been watching a couple of videos there and that, man. It just takes you back. You mind of that lassie? It was her name's Anna Lucia or something like that. She was an absolute doll, like, honestly. I'm hooked into it now. I'm on to season 1 now, so I'm kind of watching all that now about this.
Right. So what you're saying is we should all watch Falcon Crest?
Honestly, Chase Gioberti, man, with the wee beard and that. I mean, it's just mental. It's mental stuff, like.
All right, that'll give Fox something to watch. She's been looking
I
for
suppose
something.
so, aye. Anna Lucia, she was an absolute gorgeous beauty, like, honestly. Listen, I'm listening to what Gary's saying there, and I totally agree with him about no go to the away games.
Do you go, Stu? Do you go?
Like, no, I didn't go to much away games.
Right.
I go to some home games when I can. I'm just working in that. It's difficult to get away.
Look, I'm not having a go at anybody, but what I think is important is that the people that we're talking about, if we're talking about a boycott, and that's the way the fans are feeling, it's all right if you're saying, it's like me saying, give up smoking. I've never touched a fag in my life.
No, never.
So it has to be the people who go who have to make that
I agree with you.
Aye.
But here's the point I was wanting to make tonight is, this is what I would like to do, just exactly what Gary's saying, but could we no sort of just fill Ibrox with all Rangers fans and say no away fans are coming? That would be a good thing. That's what I would love to do. That would send a message out saying, Ken, what? They're none of yous welcome in our stadium. We're letting the people that want to come in, make Ibrox a fortress again. It's all Rangers fans, and that'll send a real message. That's what I feel would be a good thing. I don't know if we can do that or if there's a condition.
League rules say you've got to offer them some tickets, mate, but obviously...
I'll give them 10 or something, 10 or 20 tickets, something ridiculous.
Some of them only take that, mate.
I know they do, but for like say Celtic and like say Hearts or Hibs or whoever it is, they usually fill that wee corner, but they'll know them all, they didn't always fill it, but if there were only 10 of them there, they would really feel vulnerable. Make it a stupid number like 9 or something, you know what I mean? I can't, it's ridiculous, but they're playing games with us, so we should play the same game back, That's the way I feel.
I get your frustration, mate. I get your frustration there.
I'm really angry. I mean, what I'd love, I was watching on the telly the night there are about 7 teams in England ready to go. I keep saying this, and it's not going to happen, but that would be my ideal thing, for Rangers to say, you can what? We're not taking up your offer next year about joining this SPL thing. We've got an offer to go somewhere else, and you can what? We're taking it. I would love something like that to happen. It'd be so great just to do it and walk away from it. Because as Gary says, or you said as well, if they put 14 or 16 teams in that league, it's got to be absolute garbage.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
Bridgeman.
I think Stu's got the idea there about going down to England, and I think there's an awful lot of people, particularly in the Rangers side of things, would absolutely love the chance to get away from this really stultifying situation up here. We're in a position that's quite dreadful for us, and I don't know whether we're ever going to get out of it. I'd hate to be a doomsayer, but it sounds and feels like that. And yes, when it comes to it, we're going to look. We should hopefully the club's going to come out and say we're going to look after ourselves, and we can't stop letting people into the stadium to see the game. If they want to come to Ibrox, they'll be more than welcome as things stand. So they can have the corner there, and that's as maximum they're going to get. But as far as I'm concerned, I think JFK said something there. If they could get stuff piped back to Ibrox, oh my goodness, that could make a big difference for us.
That'd be great.
I think it would make a difference for the fans if they could just go into Ibrox and use their season ticket, whatever it be, and sit in there, and whatever money they spend goes to the Rangers.
Here's a wee thing that's going through my head. Right, who's tight on this panel? Fox is all right. Bridgeman's tight. GFK's not too bad. Port Bear, he's got a reputation. Don't know Stu. Gary seems a nice guy. I'll go to JFK. JFK, right?
Yes, pal.
Between you and your boy, there's approximately 300 quid, yeah? Owed. £30 a game, 5 games left to be played.
Aye, possibly, aye.
Should that money be sent? Should we be billing the league for that money?
Should we be billing the league for that money?
Yes, should we be saying, you've called it short, you don't want to finish the games, you decided it, you owe us that money. No Rangers, the league.
No, I think that's a place we shouldn't go. I mean, it's already set in the terms and conditions of your season ticket. So whether it's right or wrong for some people, Rangers do not need to pay us the money.
I never said Rangers.
No, I know that. But should
Never
we go down?
Rangers.
I think it would be just
the league should pay the money, and we send the money to Rangers. So you're talking about approximately. Oh, what are you talking?
£23, £25 a game, apart from the puddle drinkers game, which is 50.
30 quid on average.
Right.
I mean, you sit in the me and Fox in the dear seats. You're in cheap seats.
No, I think all they would do, I can agree with you're saying in principle, but they would just bounce it back to Rangers, saying it's matters out with our control as well.
Then be a bit legal challenge and there'd be lawyers involved, and it could be So there we go. Stu, anything to annoy them, because they just seem corrupt to the core.
It really annoys me, man. Since 2012, I've really been angry. I'm getting angrier by the day. And after all this, the day with Dundee, this carry on with telling sort of teams, we're voting yes, we're doing this, and then going doing that sneaky thing. Oh, it never got through. There's a wee mistake here, there, and just lying. There's sort of things going on behind the scenes, and I hope it all comes out. I hope that there is somebody on tape saying something like, look, we'll bribe you, we'll give you this, we'll give you that. There's obviously some skullduggery going on in the background there that's made Dundee think like that. I don't know what the hell's going on, but it just stinks to high heaven. And you think, what? I'm just sick of it all. I'm just sick. See, when I listen to that Richard Gordon and that or that, I can't listen to these sort of guys. They're just so anti-Rangers. I was listening to that Nump to the Day on that PLZ soccer with Ken Peter Martin or something. Honestly, see when they say it might be void, and he jumps in, he's here a heart attack, saying, "No, it'll never be void. You can." He's going off his head. It's just so anti-Rangers. They just get on my nerves. And I notice Bury's in a bad way. There's 7 teams in England that are kind of virtually. I mean, they're saying that they're going to put some teams into administration down in England because they can't pay the bills. I think it was Oxford saying something like they're going to they're paying all the players off and just take their chances in the court. English football's in a bad way as well, you know. So there is going to be. This is going to change football forever, whether it's in Scotland or England or even Europe. I mean, Germany said tonight that there's not going to be any live football to the 31st of August. You know what I mean? So that would knock the UEFA League game out with Bayer Leverkusen. So there's a lot of things going on. It's got to change football forever. And this will be the chance for a big change to happen. I don't know what it's got to look like, but I hope it's not in Scotland. That's all I can say. Look, I'm going to hate to go, guys. I've got Falcon Crest on the channel there, so I'm going to hit. Chase's got a new bird in, and his wife's due back for the Wine Grove. Getting a few grapes and that.
This is
you know what I mean?
I've lost the plot. This is Wednesday, isn't it?
It is. Right, look, thanks for that, guys. I'll speak to you later.
Phone us in on Friday and tell us how Falcon Crest's gone.
I'll tell you what's happening. Okay, guys. Cheers.
Right, Fox, you go on that
Cheers.
off.
Bye.
Cheers, Stu.
Might help you in the morning when you wake up.
Oh dear.
It's a difficult one because look, none of us are surprised. Anybody surprised don't hear what's happened today? But I don't think anybody is, are they? No.
Yep.
Gary, you're younger than Oy is. There's you, then me, then Port Bear, and your generation. You've had good times, bad times, but all we're looking for is a fair crack and a whip, mate.
That's it. What says the day? Like they've obviously at one point wanted to go down the route of no, and I just wish they would come out and explain themselves why they voted no in the first place instead of all this. Now it's like, oh no, we made a mistake. We wanted to go with yes now. That's how this has caused all the hassle. Just because 1 minute somebody's obviously said they've had it certain in their mind that they're going down the route of yes, and then for some reason somebody said to them, no, it's better going down Sorry, I'm getting mixed up now. They've gone down the route, you know.
Great point. I don't think anybody should be surprised that people for Dundee voted yes when you looked at the referendum, but that's another subject. But what's also great is broke today, and I know people have been asking if it's legit. It's been copied. The conversation's legit. The actual what you're seeing online isn't legit, but the conversation's legit. Where during a conversation, the chairman or the CEO of Dundee admits he's been bullied by the chairman of Dunfermline Football Club, one of Bridges' favourite club, who sits on the SPFL board. And the comment come back, I think it's for somebody for Youth Rovers saying, I've had that threat also. So what was the threat? Bridgeman?
Good question. No, really good question. I don't know if anybody can answer it, in all honesty. And there may have been more than one threat, maybe different threats, but to different clubs. But there may be a common thread somewhere along the line. But we don't know where it's coming from the board or from other clubs. You just don't know, because they're not telling us. They won't say anything, probably not anyway. But my honest opinion is that this board, the guy that's running the board, the chairman of the board, is it McLennan? He's absolutely determined to continue with this and say nothing unless somebody pulls him up in big style. It's got to be done big style.
It was an easy time to bury bad news, isn't it?
Of course, pal.
You know, as they say, in the bad world, Port Bear. Obviously, there's more important things going on, so it's an easy time to bury stuff.
I understand that, mate. Aye, but you know, there's such a cult feed of information. You know, anybody, you, me, anybody can go and ask for copies of this. You know, I'm sure the Rangers board, the legal team, could go and ask for all the transcripts, everything that was said between these clubs, because it'll be in writing somewhere. It'll be there. And I just think, as Little Bear said last night, I don't want Rangers to stop this next year. I know the world's in a hell of a state right now, but the decision's been made. We all know what's going to happen. So push that aside now. We need to accept it, but don't give up the fight. Let's go and find out, and let's go and name and shame and dig out these guys who have shown the allegiance to a club from this side of Glasgow. And let's fight this and out the guys that have been biased towards your club and many other clubs, bullied, coerced, all the words that we've used all week. And let's go and get these guys out the seat and get impartial, independent, football-minded men. As I said last night at the show, I am terrified that we have no sponsors for our cups, no sponsors for our league, Sky TV, BT Sports, any other format, BN Sports, all the other international sports channels that watch our game. We are not in a position, mate, where we can demand big money to watch your game, because our game is a shambles, mate. Our game is a shambles, and if they're going to reconstruct, there's going to be a lot of meaningless games. Now, who fancies watching Ayr United versus, like a Motherwell? Who's going to watch that, mate? This is the way it might end up with the thing about reconstruction. I don't know they're going to do it, but our game is not something that people are going to pay to watch, especially these big TV companies, mate. And that's what I'm 100% more worried about. But I want Doncaster and his crowd to either step down or Rangers force them out.
All right. We've been joined by the visionary of Rangers Radio, or the missionary even, depending on what position he's in. We've been joined by Albert. Evening, Albert.
Evening, chaps. How are you all doing?
Albert.
I'm all the better for hearing your dulcet tones.
Tell you what, a U-boat captain, I'm going to keep looking at that letterbox. I'm going to end up sinking someday. Anyway, see these clubs that are saying they're being bullied, by the way. Look, any bullies, you've got to stand up to them. Why don't they come out and name and shame who's bullying them? Because if they're getting bullied now, they're going to get bullied in the future. Now, this reconstruction they're all talking about, now if they're going to vote on that, they're going to get bullied on that for whatever the teams, whoever it is bullying what they want. So you'll need to come out the new and name them. And this is no done. They can say they're accepting it. I'm not accepting it, mate. This is still going to be challenged legally. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not accepting this. I don't care what.
I don't care if they give them the league. I'm still not accepting that either. I'm that all the way with me. I told you, it's all the way. And if they end up with this league, I'm walking away for this, guys. I'm no paying any more money into this corrupt organisation called Scottish football. I'm done with it. I'm walking well away from it. Because if I can't get fairness, sport and integrity, then I'm not interested. I'm walking away. I'm done. I'm done with it, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm done with it. And forget about telling the Rangers supporters not to go to away grounds. They're gone. They're gone. What they done is in 2012, and they carried on going. They're gone, and that's all it's to it. It's just fine. I can understand for 2012 because it was a lower divisions. That's fair enough. I understand that. They helped the club. But see, since they come up with the Premiership, they should have boycotted every ground, but they didn't. They went. Some say it's good, some say it's bad. Me, I think it's bad. I think they're just getting taken for fools. I've said it before. They get treated like crap, and they continue going. Now they've got this situation, and they're still... So that's not an option to me. That's not a tool we can use to hurt anybody. We're very limited. The only tool we've got is standing up legally and challenging everything. And that clown Doncaster coming out saying McLennan doesn't have to answer to that. Of course he has to answer that. He's the head of the SPFL. He has to answer to that. He's not allowed to come out and say that about member clubs and then claim to represent the same clubs. No, not on. Any media, anybody in the media, anybody, any other sporting person says anything derogatory, they've always got to come out and explain themselves. And most times, if not all the time, they get their jobs. They're off.
An ex-referee knows his job for sending a joke. Exactly.
But this clown can say what he says. But that's okay, that's fine. Is it just because it's Rangers? Of course it's just because it's Rangers. Enough's enough for these clowns, mate. By the way, we're all saved anyway. I don't know if you read, but we're all saved. The actual gangsters have got the imbeciles investigating them. So we're all saved. That's fine. I read that today and said they're going to an internal investigation into this. And I went, oh, well, that's all right then. No, I mean, that's what saying to El Capone.
I mean, you get a sleep at night, Albert, yeah?
Oh, aye. Well, it's put my mind at rest anyway. I went, oh, that's good.
I just say somebody's phoning an old call, phone Rangers Radio, if you want on the show.
Can I say something about the reconstruction?
Understand your pain, Albert, yeah? Understand your pain, understand your frustration. What would you like our club to do differently?
Right now, is fight this. Continue to fight this. Every way they can.
Keep going, all right. Okay, JFK?
Can I say something about reconstruction? I'm looking at the rules that was put in place in 2013. I think we spoke about this before. It used to be 11-1, but it's now 9-3 for the SPFL, for the Premiership clubs. And it'll be interesting if that vote does actually take place, because I would be assuming us, Hearts, and probably the puddle drinkers wouldn't be wanting to have an extension of the league because of the money.
I think Hearts would want an extension of the league, mate, wouldn't they?
Sorry?
I think Hearts would want an extension of the league.
That's what I'm saying. Before that, it was us, Hearts, and the puddle drinkers, right? And that's where it becomes interesting. Hearts will probably vote for reconstruction, but if any others weren't happy about it, it'd be interesting to see how the puddle drinkers voted. Because if there's some skullduggery going on, would they go down that road of having a 14-team league where the money is diluted much more? Because Hearts would obviously vote for it, and that would leave us. Who would be left to vote for? Would it be the puddle drinkers? I don't think so. I think there's a big major move on here. I think they're looking to increase it to maybe 16. And that'll be for Sky TV. The only way that Sky TV realistically is going to get 4 games against between us and the puddle drinkers is a 16-team league, mate.
How would that work then?
Well, how would it work? Would it be obviously there's your 16 teams, everybody plays each other twice at the outset, and then there'll be a split in the league in twice again.
That would be 44 games.
We'll be back to that's what I'm saying.
You're not allowed that in a tap.
You're not allowed that. So what would they do? Would they say 3 at home, 3 away, and then get into what you were talking about the other night there about the anomaly in this type of split we've got the new is that there are some teams playing more home than away.
Jimmy,
that would probably happen more, and that's insane.
Even
So there's no a winner there.
Exactly.
Jimmy.
Exactly.
Jimmy, it's one big con. There isn't going to be any reconstruction. This is a con, a total and utter con. They know there's not going to be a reconstruction, by the way. They've got themselves into a win-win-win situation. So there's not going to be. They've just threw this brigade a lifeline and say, right, there's going to there's going to be reconstruction and budge. That wee rat is going to be on the board to look at reconstruction. There isn't going to be any reconstruction. You've just explained why yourself, Jimmy.
Yeah,
I know you don't believe it yourself. I know you don't believe it, mate. But
The people looking after my reconstruction were game. One can't organise seats to turn up for a new stand, and the other one can't grow grass in Scotland.
Aye.
Is that fair? Anyway, we've been joined by Stardog. How we doing, Stardog?
How you doing, Paul? Share?
How we doing, old mate? How's
Aye,
everybody
I tell you.
safe in the Stardog world?
Aye, we're ticking along great here, mate. So we are.
Brilliant.
Just on the events, mate. Obviously, that the gift that keeps on giving, as everybody keeps saying, mate. Scottish football. Absolutely crazy. I think the SPFL is going to make a move, mate. They're going to have to change the vote to 84 for 11 to 1, or else there's not going to be any reconstruction. For me, they're going to make it into a 16-team league. How they're going to go about doing that, I don't know. But if any you've seen, I think Brecon City, they're not going to get relegated. So I don't see Brecon City getting saved and Partick and Hearts only going to get saved. I don't see that happening, guys. I think everybody's going to end up safe. Like I said a week ago, I called it. Titles will be given out. Relegation teams will be saved. And I reckon we'll go to a 16-team league, mate.
And how are you going to work your 16-team league?
I'd go with what Jimmy says we can't do, obviously, but it would have to be you play everybody home and away, and then it would have to be some sort of split.
So you play 37 games, and then we lose the goal. We lose the goal in a game, and we've had to go to Parkhead twice and Pittodrie twice.
Right.
How do you?
It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
It's a mess.
It's a mess, mate. But I mean, Ayr United got the vote through. I had heard this somewhere else today. Ayr United get the email through, and Lachlan Cameron, the owner of Ayr United, made the vote and sent it back within 5 minutes, mate. The Ayr United are in a playoff position, and if anybody was going to say no or had a fight, Ayr United could have. They didn't communicate with any other club. Their chairman came out and says, "Look, I made the decision because I'm a leader and that's what's best for my club at the time. I'm not interested in anybody else's clubs." But understand that's how business works. People have to communicate with each other. But when it comes to the decision of your club, you have to show leadership, mate, and go with what's best for your club. So there's Ayr United. They get the decision, sent it away within 5 minutes, mate. Never contacted a single soul. Neither they did. Deal with it yourself, mate.
That's why the vote should have been unanimous, mate. That's what I kept saying. Unanimous.
Yeah.
It had to be unanimous because everybody's looking out for themselves. It's got to be unanimous because they're not voting on the best thing for Scottish football and to save all clubs. They're just all looking out for themselves. So you can't do that. You can't have a vote and then put it under the umbrella of trying to save the whole of Scottish football. Absolute crap. They're nonsense. They're just lying trumpets. There's a whole lot of them. Just lying trumpets. So it's unanimous. Every vote should be unanimous in Scotland because it's going to always be the case that you get clowns like Dundee sitting there making. I mean, they've actually decided the fate of Scottish football now. Dundee. Who already clocked Dundee? And why? And there's another question that never get answered. It never get asked and never get answered. Is that why did the vote get made public before the actual count was in? Why was all that? It's quite simple. That's what gangsters do. So you know who to put the pressure on.
Oh, yeah. I found it actually quite strange that Dundee had said they never knew their vote wasn't in until the SPFL had published the statement.
And they said that teams hadn't voted, aye.
I mean, look, to be
fair,
highest order. I know we've got to be careful what we're saying in that, mate, but it's who they're talking to.
Here was me thinking Dundee was one of the leaders in cities and technology in the UK, but it looks as if they sent it in by carrier pigeon.
Aye. Stuck in the outbox. These things happen sometimes, apparently.
Aye, apparently.
Aye.
Apparently.
When they look at the times, they'll find that's a lot of lies.
Aye, lies. I'll be timestamped, mate. And when it's read, yeah, it's all there.
That
That's
will
a good thing
disappear.
about electronic email. Well, it's hard to make it disappear, mate. On its own servers. Gary?
Obviously, I was going to say, I think Allbear's on the money with the reconstruction.
Allbear's got loads of money. Loads of money.
I don't think reconstruction will happen for the next season, but what will probably happen is it will be brought in for the following season to keep things ticking air for this.
How's it going to work then? Explain to me.
See now this TV deal that they're obviously they want to keep Sky on side and all the rest of it, so they'll probably keep everything as is. But see with the reconstruction the following season, the likes of Hearts, if they're relegated in the Championship, there's a good chance with the 16 team league, they'll be guaranteed to be playing in like the top league the following season.
Tell me how 16 teams are going to work then. Sky TV want Rangers and Celtic, Rangers and Aberdeen 4 times a season. All of a sudden, they've got them 6. That's 2/3 of their big games disappeared. How's it going to work? A 16 team.
That's never going to happen, though, is it? Because Sky need. I mean, you're saying the Aberdeen game, you're flinging that in there, mate, but the all firm, the 4 all firm games, plus the chances of getting each other in the cup, that is a must, isn't it? It really is a must. And that's all they're interested in.
But how's it going to work? 16 team league, unless you only play 30 fixtures. So I'm being honest. Anybody?
No, you're 100%, mate.
That's what I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. It's not happening, guys.
Until the SPFL come out and change this 11-1 vote anyway, because nobody in the SPFL wants anybody else up here. They don't want any more teams up. They're happy with the revenue they're getting, and until they change the 11-1 vote to an 8-4, which should have went years ago.
It started. It was changed in 2013. We had this discussion a couple of months ago, pal. It was changed for next 9-3 now. Is it going to be the vote? Because
it's still 11-1, Jimmy.
No, it's no. Because after they put Rangers down into the 3rd division, right? They changed it. They changed the rules. It's a 9-3. I could put it up here and paste it. They changed it in October 2013. A 9-3 vote for the change of the reconstruction of the league.
The man that can remember the original 9-3, he's been very quiet, Mr. Fox.
No.
Oh, he must be busy, if you know what I mean, Port Bear. Bridgeman, how's this? Is this a total curveball with the reconstruction? Are they just tickling their bellies?
Well, I think number one, I think it's going to be a stopgap to stop the relegations. I think they did say, I think at the beginning of the mess, I think they said they don't want any clubs to come back worse than what they went out, you know. So they're maybe going to just stop the relegations, but it might only be for a season. You know, once you get the next season over and done with, it might just be back. The whole just thing just kicks in. I don't know, but for me, I would go for an 18-team league, as you know, for me. And then bring it down to playing that mob twice a season in the league. That's what I would want, and we should be able to work it at that. I think so anyway. It depends if our management or board can make sure that the fans are on their side. It's 100% got to be happen. The fans have got to be on their side.
Would you like to see an 18-team league, Bridgeman?
Yes, I would, pal. Yes, I think it's the days of four Old Firm games, to me, are long gone. They should be long gone. But I'm under no illusions, Jimmy. You know, they'll bring it back to 12, I would imagine. Once the heat's off, they'll bring it back to 12. So I don't know.
Come on there, look.
What enjoyment would you get watching an 18-team league? I can't. It just doesn't work for me.
I don't care. I don't really care. In my opinion, I want to go and see my team. I want to see my team at Ibrox. I'm not really caring about anybody else, anybody other teams. So it doesn't matter who we're playing. I think four times a season playing some of the horrible teams that we're playing is just twice a season's enough. Twice a season, seeing these teams once will do me fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's going to be the greatest league in the whole world.
No, you're just giving your point of view.
I want to ask you a question. I was going to ask a question. Can I ask you a question?
After Portberg, you can.
I'm just worried. You touched on it the other night. Sky TV, BT Sports will not accept. They'll look at that your contract, and they've got a contract that says 4 Old Firm games, Aberdeen games, other derbies that's here. They want that. See, they don't get that, mate. They're in the right to rip up that contract and say, you know what, we're dropping your football.
And imagine
getting
in to negotiate a new contract, the SNU, yeah, with what's on the table, with thousands of people cancelling Sky Daily. Who would be that stupid?
Huh?
Only Scottish football. All Bears got a question.
That's what I'm getting
Here's my question. What's caused the most damage, the coronavirus or the SPFL board to Scottish football?
SPFL board.
Right,
I have to agree there.
Yeah. I don't disagree with your sentiment, Albert. Because they've took a bad situation in the world, dealt with their business and made it worse.
Yep, absolutely. I know the saving of lives is more important than anything, and that's quite right. And that the coronavirus is not something to be taken lightly or made funny. But at the end of the day, life will go back to some sort of realms of normality. But you still need to ask the question. The question will probably have to be asked in a year's time to say, look back in that situation and say what caused the biggest damage to Scottish football, the coronavirus itself, by getting everything shut down, or the SPFL board and Lywell and his cronies. And I think you'll find it's the SPFL board and Lywell and his cronies.
Aye. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think it's going to be one of the ones where, depending on how they do this reconstruction, it might just be a total.
Are you assuming that that's going to happen, mate? Because I just don't see it.
I think, like what Bridgeman was saying, I think they might not do any relegations this year for the new season starting, but then it'll just go back to normal the following season.
So if they don't have any relegations and they bring Dundee United up, that's a 13-team league.
Well, if Dundee are involved, then it's going to be more than that, isn't it? Because they're involved in negotiations.
Dundee are sitting. Where are they sitting? They're not sitting second in the Championship.
Inverness are second Austria.
Yep, correct.
As the vote sits the new, Hearts have got to get booted out of the league.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
But listen to this, hypothetically, right? If you're thinking, I mean, in the past 50 years, Austria, there's only been 4 teams won the top flight division, right? Outside Rangers and Celtic, only Dundee United and Aberdeen have managed it. What if Scottish football was prepared to give all the teams a better slice of the pie, and you bring your 16 teams up? You would have your Ayrshire derby, you would have your Dundee derby, you would have your Highland derby, you would have your Edinburgh derby, and your All Firm derby. All the top derbies in Scotland would be back in the same division, mate, for 1 year. If it could work financially for the clubs, it could maybe regenerate Scottish football.
So you mean the Stardog also with the prize money, share it out more evenly? Like one club doesn't get a big lump sum, just share it out more evenly. So every team, can grow and become strong. I get it. I think you
only get $2,000 or something for winning the third division. I mean, how are you meant to better your club or better your team or do anything going up the division with that?
The next load of payment was about $2,000, mate, and they get about 70,000.
Right.
They've been paid about 60,000.
But what would you think about that Oxford, but having all the derbies back in the top league?
If it was done through in sport and integrity, mate, and people were promoted and relegated, I can see your sentiments. I've never known Ayr and Kilmarnock to be known as a top derby. It was always like a glorified junior game.
Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Anyway,
we run them up with them every time we play them.
What about, I think you get bigger crowds at St Mirren and Green at Morton.
That's taking a chance shouting about that.
There you go. But Bridgeman, we've reached that time of the evening.
Oh my, that's another great night, by the way. Good discussions, really good discussions. And I love the difference in that and, shall we say, opinions. It's really good. And can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, in particular Rangers fans on here and Rangers Radio, please, after today's debacle, keep it going for the Rangers and only the Rangers, because that's what happens. Rangers going to need us for big style, big style. Keep it going.
Can I thank all the callers tonight? I'll not go through them all. Can I thank all our new listeners who've tuned in tonight? Nice to hear from you. Yeah? Nice to hear from you. I wonder why. This has been Rangers Radio. Thanks for everybody taking part in the lobby. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 10, talking about all things Rangers. Might talk about football tomorrow night. You never know. Take it away, old school boy.
The boy girl so young to Glasgow City to come, seeking fortune and a new way of life. How could they all know their ambitions would grow? Such a beautiful story, but here's how it goes. Four lads had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no cash, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong. So hoist up your Rangers flags, sing with your hearts and voice. We celebrate the greatest club in the world. Let our history show what we already know. We are the Rangers, the greatest of all. Four lads had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no cash, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong. Had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no cash, not even a ball. But they still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong. Four lads had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no cash, not even a ball. But they still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong. 54 titles, we're still going strong. 54 titles, we're still going strong.